close. Minimize awesomeness. Yeah, same for Salomons. Lost his stuff.
Yeah, alright, so I'm gonna run.
Right. So we've done career, and there's nothing in the main game yet. I have 3 things to clean. That's a big yawn. Right, so the Mars over. Oh, we're stuck to what we have.
Just like in the event. Just like in the trailer.
Right, let's see the buttons dead quick. Crouch, shift, sprint. No,
Well,
no.
why has it got a timer? And it's died.
As I'm using the mouse and keyboard for this one. Washer, toggle washer, rotate nozzle, aim.
This is very scary. I don't know what's gonna happen.
That's actually funny, that's almost the exact mouse I'm using.
Hopefully you all will. But I don't think you will. So this is very
You're getting a good forgiveness on this. Oh, it's a caterpillar track. I didn't even jump there, I just crawled right up it like a slug. Oh wow, you can't actually go underneath this thing.
Zero! Yes! See what happens now.
I got distracted. Hi Rose, hi Gumpesia. I'm doing the additional levels of Mist. There was meant to be an update for this today, but not long before it went live, they said there's not going to be an update on it just now because it's going to be too complicated. At which point I said to Mummy, I wouldn't be surprised if they just instead announced that there's going to be a PowerWash 2. Or do what, what's that other game? Goat Simulator done. Miss number 2 entirely and just say that they've released 3 as a joke. Which is absolutely hilarious. Yeah, do you have some anti-gravity stuff going on, though? How you both doing? You have to ignore the voice, though, because I've still got quite a bad cold, so my voice gets a bit deeper when I have a cold. And yet, it's really interesting because we don't have seagulls trying to annoy us yet. Hence playing... What's he playing? He's playing something in the background. I once saw a meme saying the Milky Way was seen from Mars, and then there was a camera behind Mars looking at the Milky Way. However, those were actually candy bars named... I totally deserved that. So if you can hear noise in the background, it's Tent playing Roblox. It's actually dead quick to clean this one. I bet I'll miss like the smallest component. What do you deserve? I walked right into that joke. It's been a while since I've heard that joke, and I walked right in it face first. That was a good one, actually. I like that. Yeah, I actually like that. I'm going to go catch my dad with that tomorrow. You know that thing is going to be dirty in like a minute or two. Yeah. Well, at least the travel's free. Actually, there's a lot missing on this. Funniest thing that I saw was a Twitter account from an actual space account. Saying that, it's really funny because as much as I'm on Twitter, I'm not really on Twitter. I only ever really use it for saying I'm going live or commenting on stuff. Although I was actually in a stream earlier, just chatting for like half an hour. It's the first time I've done that in a very long time. And that was for a very well known player on Tibia. I was giving him not grief, but the information that his people were giving were really wrong. What am I missing? Mystery hatch, that'll be why. That one as well. Tires. Oh. Mystery hub. Got distracted again. Where's that bit I'm looking for? Might just as well go to another side and try and blast this. Fuel hub cleaned. Where's the mystery hatch then? Dear God, is this one of these levels? where's this mystery hatch? If you've been quite good though. Really? Like the way it's green. I just kind of wanted to change from Stardew Valley because no one's wanting to play it with me. Yay! I think I ran away and chased a machine in a ring. You don't get to see the mystery thing on it. Right, so I have this one to do. So we're missing actually 4 levels. Let's give this one a go. Because I don't think I've actually played this one. I don't think. Oh, I have. Typewriter cleaning it again. So Little wanted to watch another film tonight. She wanted to watch another Studio Ghibli one. And I said, which one? And she said, this one. And it was called The Cat Returns. And I said, why? Because it's got a cat in it. So we watched the... It's going to take a while. So we watched The Cat Returns and she said it was amazing. Oh, that's rusted. I think Ten's watching Creekcraft as well. Why did I start this level? It's funny, I felt really ill all day today. Massive sore head. So that's now day number 4 with the sore head. Which is hilarious because I don't get them often, but when they come back, it's like, you forgot about me. But I did. I was living peace and tranquility. I don't want to use that. I was quite tempted the other day to play Goat Simulator because I actually own that, but I thought there's only so much you can do in that game, and I don't know what the ESRB or PEGI rating is on it. I think it's a lot higher than it is. I think it's actually like a 12 or something. But I do kind of have another game in mind once Stardew's sort of run its course, which I don't think will take so long because we're coming up on Ginger Island as well. It's a giant fountain, to be fair. Hiya, Nora. Right. Mummy and Little are upstairs, so bonus points if you can guess where. Yep, she's in the bath. She was meant to be in the shower and she coaxed Mummy into saying, Mummy, since I'm upstairs anyway, would it not just be easier if I got a bath since we're upstairs? And Mum said, yep. So she's been up there for 45 minutes. I think she takes her little nickname a bit too seriously. Sorry, her mermaid nickname, well, literally. She's like a proper water baby. I just need to finally finish off teaching her how to swim and she's good to go. Yep. She absolutely loves the bath. Tense, more like, I'll be out quicker if we just jump in the shower. And he'll be in there for like 10 minutes and he'll come and go, that's me done. So I'm trying to study, watch the stream, and play RB battles at the same time. That's alright, don't worry.
RB battles is amazing.
Yeah.
It's one of the best events on Roblox because of these monsters.
What are you playing right now in Roblox?
RB battles. Also, I don't really think it's very controversial. We did Walmart land with people on the stage.
It's like one of the only. Yeah, I think Tent's playing that actually right now.
Yeah. I'm recording it.
Oh, we'll check your microphone afterwards. You said he was recording it, so you might have another video for his YouTube channel too. You teach it yourself. I had lessons, did not enjoy it. I just wanted to play in the water. We had a really strange thing when we were young. We actually had a swimming system in place, and you got ranked on your abilities of like bronze, silver, gold, and all that kind of stuff. And I completed gold at like, how old would that be? 11 years old. And ever since then, I was like, you know what? I'm actually fairly good at it. So I've been teaching Little how to swim, and she's getting really good on it. But that girl would honestly live in the bath if she could. So it was only natural that she went and done swimming. Wait a minute. It is. I can't remember if I used the controller for this game or the keyboard and mouse. So apologies if it's a bit jumpy. I literally can't remember which one I used. It was either going to be this or Forager tonight, believe it or not. I looked at it and went, oh, I know there's an update meant to be happening on this, so I'll jump back in. I mean, it's only 4 levels. It's not like they'll take long. Actually, I give this game quite a lot of hard time. It's actually been really, really fun. Nice and chill with the sound of water. Plus I get to clean stuff. And if I said to Little I'm going to use one of these, she would say, yay! I'll do it. I did offer Mummy if she wanted to play this because she really likes PowerWash Simulator and she's like, no. And I think she's actually holding off until her computer arrives because that should be this week. So she's actually very, very excited for her new computer. I just got the Stardew Greenhouse. That's when it becomes... He's playing Fallout 4. I didn't even know I still had him on my friends list. That's when it becomes so much easier now, Rose. Because you've got the option of planting in there anything from any season. And you don't... Obviously, beehives don't work in there. Which I think Tent found out the other day. And you don't need scarecrows, you just need the water. Just wait until you get up eventually on PC because it's an absolute night and day difference. This is going actually quite quick. He's doing really well in there actually. It's hilarious. This whole wall that we've been working all this time on is such a low amount. The Stardew Greenhouse is absolutely amazing. It levels the playing field so much with everything. It's actually one of the trickiest things to get. It's like one of the last things that I always manage to get on the playthrough. That's really good going, Rose. You can also plant trees on the outside if you want to, which is quite good. Actually, there's a question. What did you end up picking? Was it fruit bats or was it the mushroom cave? Because the last 2 playthroughs that we've done, we've not actually had any luck on the fruit bats. Mushroom cave. Mushroom cave seems to be the best one for money because it's constant as well. The fruit bats only seem to give you stuff for your... Really only gives you the stuff once. For your community bundles and stuff, and then you really don't need it again. I can hear Little shouting now. See that Tent was asking me to play, stream some Roblox, and I was like, no. Although I have played Roblox, but I just don't see the sort of streamability in it. Started off as a Borderlands 2 streamer, and then eventually went into Minecraft, and then goes down to Roblox. Got the animal bundle complete thanks to the salesperson. Now just need the fishing one and the friend one. Is it the pomegranate? Because the pomegranate took well into year 2 for us. Just might see me just jumping up there. And it does. Kind of. We've fallen 4. That's a guy I've not spoken to in like a couple of years. I just keep getting notifications he's playing Fallout 4. No, I also need to wait for the apples. Oh, well, at least she can put the apple tree into the greenhouse, so that saves a lot of time as well. Because obviously we're playing on the... No, I don't want to use that. Because we're playing on the expanded farm, which has got all the stuff on it, which is amazing. And it's basically a double greenhouse. Actually doing it that way was not the best. Actually, it's so funny that you don't slip and fall in this game. How many more have we got? 1, 2, 3, 3, and then we can jump back inside. Saying that he's having fun next door. You know, I've not seen Sparkle 20 in a while. Normally she pops in every so often. I have to message her and give her grief. Saying that I've not been on really any servers apart from Hypixel in weeks now. Whoops. At least this is 10% though. Not all the water usage though. I'm doing this so the animals will come back. Honestly. You know, I don't need to run a second pass over this. I can just catch the whole section of wall up here with that little lip. Yeah, I actually do think I was playing with this on the controller last time. I think I played this with Little a couple of times as well. Yeah, she's been wanting to watch a lot of the Ghibli films because I like own them. I'd say the texture of the fountain's quite cool. Looks like it's carbon fibre or something. I do like how the game is quite unforgiving with the amount that you're actually missing as well. It's all about the details. Yeah, I'm glad you can miss so much and it'll just give you it. Because I remember playing it the first time, you actually had to get every tiny speck of everything, and it was brutal. Again, this was a game that we watched Dangerously Funny play, and Mummy went, I need to get that, that looks relaxing or cathartic. I was like, yep, so we did. I think we were early access as well. Obviously, it's that type of game where it's like you never get a game early access. Like, is there general rule of thumb? And this one I don't mind. I think I had the same with Forager. Forager was also a dangerously funny playthrough as well, which I had to also get. At least it's not that volcano though. It's funny to think. Basically, the whole story was like centered around a supervillain. AI actually is just making players debug it. It saves a lot of money. Yeah. I think one or two of the issues that we were having, I think Mummy actually reported it because she was on the Discord for it. I think she's still in the Discord for it. Um, and I think they actually came out with a fix really quick because we were actually the only people playing it multiplayer. So we were the only people actually having that problem with it. How did that one get done? Yeah, I think I still quite enjoy Forager, but it's one of those games that I'll maybe pick up every so often. And the funny thing is, I can kind of remember where I was on it. I think it was about 7 or 8 districts still to open, and then expand it and go quite deep, but I never did. I think I went on to Stardew Valley at the time. Because the Stardew Valley series, this one was playing with 10 and then going right on to the family one. So this has actually been a very long sort of Stardew Valley playthrough as well. And the funny thing is, it doesn't actually seem that long because it's Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is that game you can play for 20 minutes and it's went by, and it's 2.5 hours later. Right, let's see if this white one will work. No, green one. That's too quick. I can't tell if Little's getting her hair dried now. Ah, okay. That was a good show, actually. Doing it from back here. Absolutely filthy, though. Think all the seagulls and pigeons has been in here. It's a shame you can't see your own feet. Like, you start walking about, moving the dirt and everything. That'd be quite cool. Still annoying in multiplayer. tent.
It is simulator.
The king of simulators.
Yeah. So we get the simulator out.
That's fair.
Fair excuse. Against the chicken, Kennedy, against that. Compared to the around this one, Kennedy, it's like
Actually, we've done almost 20% of this already. The king of simulators. Actually, this is getting quicker as we go to the centre. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's funny that the stipulation is this one is use this nozzle or this machine. Whereas I would much rather use the other one, the one I bought. I should get him to play Surgeon Simulator. See if he gets on with that. He's the king of simulators. Oh, I'm not actually missing a whole bunch of that too. You try to look in with the C button from Minecraft. Oos. It's doing pure cushion. funny, I was actually tempted to be Borderlands 1 because they've done an issue with one of the updates. So you can actually get pearlescent weapons a good bit easier. Which is hilarious because I think I spent probably about 100 hours for a rocket launcher. And who said I'm not good at farming games? And that's actually funny, I actually started as a streamer playing Borderlands 2. I'd hate to see the hours I've got in that game. I think on the Xbox it was like 600 hours. I think I'm about the same on the PC. I think it's the only game where I've actually got more hours in it than I do Stardew Valley or Minecraft. The only other one that should be higher than that would definitely be Tibia, and that would be thousands of hours. Literally thousands of hours. Even got Mummy Haggis to play Tibia as well. She enjoyed it right until she figured out that there's a penalty for dying in the game. You lose skills and experience, and it's hours to get skills. This is a whole section there. That's a good length of a video.
Yeah, it was because it was RP battles. You know, I was arguing about it a bit.
No, that happens sometimes in games.
Yeah, because it was a very dumb idea because it said play games with friends, and I said, what are you meant to do? You're gonna go for a private server. No, private servers will be disconnected. And I said, that's dumb, because are you gonna sit down and play with hackers if there's a hacker in the server or where? No, you're gonna get a private server.
Yeah.
But there's no private servers, which is why I called this event out. For doing something dumb. For lots, actually. There are a lot of good YouTubers in that. I also called it out for using the Walmart line, which is a sponsored event on Roblox, and I hate that.
Was there many YouTubers on it that you recognised?
Yep, actually. There's Creek, Tanker, PGHO Films, I'm Sana.
Were they on it?
Yeah, but there's also more, by the way. Okay? There was also Ominous Nebula. There's a FMF Roblox one. Who made it in. I forgot all the others, but I know there is a couple more that I do think I recognise. I do think I recognise, but I'm not sure. I've forgotten. Like, why'd you up there? Scrub. Wait, that did it time for me.
It's 9 o'clock, it probably is.
No.
Sorry, Rose, what game did you try? So I mentioned quite a few.
Yeah, but also Big doesn't know every single game in the universe.
I've played a lot of games. Borderlands. The first one or the second one?
Or the third one, because it's the third.
I was one of the few people, except for Morning After Kill, that actually called out before it released.
Or Borderlands 3.
Yeah.
Why?
I said, as the game was released, you've rushed this, it's going to be plagued with problems, just wait and see, give it, I think it was about a week, so give it a week, you'll have your first major rollout for content fixes, and it all came out. The first content fix was within 1 week. And on pure principle, I thought, I'm not buying that game.
You should have played it. It probably was good. Especially if you played Borderlands 2 and Borderlands.
Borderlands 2 is an amazing game. Borderlands 1's a good game, but it's not a great game.
Is it because they've learned from their mistakes from the first one, and then on the second one, they go for better quality and better stuff, and on the third one, they just go, or they're running away from a boulder trying to kill them all?
No, the first one is more like a Call of Duty game.
I don't play Call of Duty, but it's like Arsenal, right? Where you shoot people and they die.
Yeah.
Or use a dagger and kill them.
Yeah, I think that's more like Counter-Strike.
No, that's Arsenal and Roblox. Really good game and made it into Arsenal. I mean, on the RB Battles event.
I played...
So I caught them out for also doing tricky mechanic games like golf. Because literally you're the golf ball and you have to look around, and if you don't get the correct thing, guess what happens? Ooh! Guess we'll go past this!
I have an idea. I think they told all the streamers ahead of time what was happening.
They did actually.
And then they all got prepared for it, and everybody else that wasn't a streamer had no clue, and they struggled. You'd almost think
pre-stream even told them that they saw blah 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 was on the stream.
You'd probably find that they've done that.
Like, why would Adobe did it? Because Adobe's garbage. Literally, all you do is get scammed with Adobe and raise pets.
No, what I'm saying is, I reckon they've done it that way so the streamers get the better luck on it, so they've got better content to stream. I checked and confused. It was Waste to not sure why I thought Borderlands. I've never played Waste. I've actually never heard of it either.
Until now.
Yeah.
I just corrected you there.
The only Waste game I thought was like, it's like a Russian, you're in sewers. You need to stop kicking that because you're actually kicking it right into my leg. This thing.
I'm not kicking it though.
You're pushing it with your foot though.
I'm not pushing it at all. Don't make me argue with you during the stream. I would have argued with you at that point. Because I wasn't. I had fallen into that. And couldn't get up.
Are you done on your computer?
No.
Okay. I remember I went achievement hunting in Terminator Salvation, and that was a horrible game on the Xbox 360. Somebody, I think I bought it because it was like an easy achievement score. And I was like, man, this is so funny. I'd done the whole game and I got completely stuck on it. I had the same thing with Bioshock. First time I done that. I got stuck on the Xbox 360 and I actually had no idea where to go. I then played it on the PC and I was like, I know exactly where to go. I got to exactly the same point I was. I was like, right, I was here. I was about halfway through the game when I stopped.
How about tomorrow we play Arsenal not on stream now? Just to give you a perspective on what it is.
I have played it. The last time I played it was 100 kills. I got 22.
Anyway, just to let you know, got 20 minutes for the headache. 20 minutes for the headache. I would have gone the next 10.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, there's tons of games I've played through at the time. Actually, funny enough, I don't know if you'll ever have heard the game. Tibia is basically an online similar looking style of Ultima. And I was like, oh, because I seen my friend played it. I was like, ah, right, okay. I played it and absolutely fell in love with it. And stayed that way for about 10 years. I think my guild in the game is actually coming up on 18 years old. 18, I've had that. Oh, 18 years I've played the game then. Kind of. And I was a peacekeeper in that game. Stopping people from going to war and all. On a war server, if you can believe it. The funniest thing I seen was in a forum on, I think it was Reddit. I like games that you don't need to be fast because that frustrates me. Yeah. Games like Super Meat Boy and everything like that, I've got no interest in ever playing. Because they're, as much as they would be fun, I don't think I would have the patience to do it. The problem is, I'm not really much of a rage quitter. I can exactly remember the last time I rage quit a game and what game it was, and who I was playing with when I rage quit, which is actually hilarious. Hindsight being 2020 and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I've done Bioshock like 3 times on stream. No, I can hear something. Oh, okay. The funny time when I was playing Tibia is it was the Swedish community were running the servers, because it's not that way now. I think it's not really speaking out of school here, because it is actually notorious for it. It was Swedish at the time who were constantly at war with other Swedish people, because then it was the Polish community came in, and they became dominado of it, and then right after that it was the Spanish community, and it's or Portuguese community, and it's still that way now. I think most of the big streamers on it, or the bulk of them, are actually Portuguese, except for like Bubba Game, who's probably one of the most well-known ones. It's actually a Swedish player, and Punyo, who's a Polish player, and Punyo is unbelievably gifted in that game. As a matter of fact, one of my favourite videos on Twitch Tibia clips was like 3 or 4 people tried to kill him and he counted them down. He was killing them and going 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't mess with me. I'm the best that ever has. I'm the best on Tibia. He's like, yep. It's absolutely hilarious. Ironically, he's never player killed me in game. Bubba has, but not Can you? And that's back when I was being a noob. He'd still annihilate me now though, but because he still actively plays. Mummy rage quit that game. It was so funny. She got a higher level than me too, because I was more interested in playing for like the role playing elements on it. Was it Get Noob?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Mummy Haggis got dropped while hunting, and it was a lag kick, which sometimes happens in the game. And if it's a server issue, they actually give you back the, they keep the skills you get, but you lose some other stuff. Sometimes she got kicked or lagged and she got killed, and they came up saying it basically wasn't a server fault, it was yours, and she lost 10% of all her skills. And she's like, I've just spent weeks doing that. I was like, yep, welcome to Tibia. And that was the last time she turned it on. Mummy got dropped while playing Tibia, kind of. She got a server lag and she got killed from the lag, and they never gave the compensation for it. Also, I don't do online public servers. I've seen streams and saw how people spoke to others, and I was like, nope. Yeah. So, you know, the Tibia community is like hyper toxic. Like one of the worst communities out there for online gaming. Like worse than like World of Warcraft and that. To the point I was even doxxed and everything, which didn't work out well. I was like, oh, okay. Horrible community. And yet, that's the idiots of the community, like the children being, I can get away with it because I'm a child, when they're actually like 16-year-old, and that's, you should know better at that age. I met some of my best friends my whole life through that game. One actually invited two of them from Sweden. One was unable to make it, unfortunately. The other one did show up. He didn't say he was showing up. He just showed up, and it was amazing, absolutely amazing. He even went over to Sweden and met his whole family as well. His dad, his sister, his other sister, his brother. And even the guy I met, Chris, he's if I'm like 200 centimeters tall, he's like 206. He's giant. Horrendously strong guy as well. Like pure strength. Very much one of the Viking people. You know what I mean? This is giant in area. If you don't moderate those servers well, the mean people take over because the nice people quit. Actually, that's very much what happened on Tibia. Um, mm, how to say it? One of the game worlds I used to play was called Nova, which was the second world. And if you actually do know, my first name is, and you actually Google that game world, Tibia, Nova, and whatever my first name is without writing it, you will actually find a lot about my character on it. And if you do find that and you go into the account on it, because I have my account open so you can see all my characters on it, some of the names are hilarious, which were actually, one of them is actually made with my niece and nephew, which was actually an in-joke which stuck really badly, and I was like, yeah, that's funny, let's go with that. It was just brutal, actually brutal. Every single day was a huge fight for everything. And eventually all the good people in the world that I used to play all left and went to peaceful servers, and then they moderated the chat. It took them like 15 years to moderate chat. But they were so severe at the time, it was you weren't even allowed to speak another language, it had to be English. And now, because of the amount of people that play it from different parts of the world, the forums are almost dead now because there's very few English speaking on it. Actually, I do know a Dutch guy who used to play it. He was from a place called what was his name? VLAA Valdarn. I could be wrong. I can't really remember. And he used to play as a girl character, so he never got any issues at all ever, because they all thought he was a female, which was hilarious. And then it was like 3 years later, I went, yeah, by the way, I've actually been a guy this whole time, but I don't get any problems because I'm a female character, which is amazingly clever. I knew a lot of people had done that too. I never played a female character, I always played myself in that game, because I never made the distinction of being someone else. I made it that if you're speaking to me on any of my accounts, you were speaking to me. It's not illegal in Tibia now. It was illegal, but it was illegal back in the day, and I actually got banned for owning a second account. It was a 5-day ban, and you know what I did? Jumped on another account and played that instead. Because Sipsoft were really smart. They banned one account, but not the other account that they know of, because they're genius. I just jumped on another account I had. I have considered actually streaming Tibia just because nostalgia for me. No, I've never streamed Tibia actually. I haven't. Julie's playing Counter-Strike again. If you actually think about how backwards Tibia is, 25 years later after the game being released, their last update was the sound update, so you actually could get sound in game. Which to the community is absolutely hilarious. So if you actually think about it, you're playing an online game that had absolutely no music or sound effects at all. You were as well just playing with music on it. I remember leveling up my character on his skills and watching films on a second screen, because you had to put that sort of time in to level up your stuff. sitting there on my paladin throwing spears at Carlos from Spain. Yeah, properly weird. I think it was Carlos actually when he, because I did meet that guy as well, Carlos. He came over, stayed here, stayed in the house for I think it was like 2 nights. Really amazing guy, absolutely amazing. I miss the guy so much because I've not actually heard from him in years. Yep. That's easy though. Always get rickrolled. I said always get rickrolled. Is it a crime to like the song? Is it a crime to like the song? Yeah, sure. I like that song. Cool, now moving into the other circle. I'll leave the gnomes until last, actually. Yeah, the whole update thing on Tibia is absolutely so crazy. And yet some of the quests to do is absolutely brilliant though. Some of them are proper community based as well. Like, I think it's, I can't remember which one it is, but there's a giant cake arrived. And you can only have one or 5 bites of cake a day. Ha! And there's thousands of pieces of cake. So you actually have to all group together to eat the cake so you can all get the benefit of it for the whole server. Which is crazy. But on it, because the servers they've got is like non-PvP, so people can't attack you. Regular PvP, which means you can get attacked. But if you kill too many people, you get a red skull, which means when you die, you drop all your equipment, so it actually penalises the aggressors. You get a black skull, which is past that, and if you die, you lose all your equipment and you start with like 25 health, which is even more egregious because you have to run from where you spawn in and everything. It's horrendous. Properly unforgiving. Yeah, and they've got all these different types of servers, which is actually amazing. And now I play on non-PvP because I enjoy it more when I was playing it. And I do have a character sitting there that's been created for about a year now called Big Haggis. So I thought maybe if I ever decide to. Yeah, 25 years without sound is actually as bad as it sounds. Ten, mummy shouting now. Tent, bedtime.
I died in the match.
Well, that must be a sign then.
I didn't realize that was time. I thought I was cold because I was thirsty.
This is looking better now.
You got this much water to drink.
Oh, thank you.
You're gonna love it.
Thank you very much.
Because I know you love Coke.
I do.
Just watch how on the edge because I think there's chocolate on it, but I'm not sure.
I've had chocolate on them before.
Tittles, yeah.
Tittles, okay.
Tittles or chocolate. They're both really good.
Okay. Thank you very much.
How long are you playing for that?
I've
Just map on it.
already done a map.
Oh, anyway, Meg. It's time for you to come up and go to bed. Okay, I'm just kidding. But
I still do have a sore headache after 4 days though, so I might take my medication before I go to my bed.
big. One thing to say is I still have a headache.
I think
But it's just the mine. Yes, yeah, still got a headache.
I think you actually need a good night's sleep though.
And if it stores still tomorrow, what's gonna happen?
We'll have a look into it because it could be glasses.
No, it wouldn't be glasses because I got my glasses checked a couple of months ago. And why would I need changed a couple of months now?
It could be because you never have your glasses cleaned and your eyes aren't focusing so well.
Well, it wouldn't be because of the screen because Mum turned down the brightness. Mum turned down the brightness.
That's clever of Mummy actually. That's what I was going to suggest as well. You always go upstairs and leave the kitchen light on. That's where we've got his computer set up in the kitchen because he keeps fighting the Will. So it was a way to stop them from fighting each other the whole time.
Mrs. sent me down for my medicine. Calpol 1.5.
1.5 Calpol.
The headache's minor, but it's still like a headache. It's kind of like on, off. It's like a white switch. Because now it was off. When I was upstairs, it was off. But when I was down here before, it was on. So it's kind of like a white switch. It's like.
I got it.
It's confusing.
Right.
The light actually turns on the screen. That's so cool.
Yeah, I've got the light off all the time. I've got the lamps in it. Give me a minute then. I'll get this section cleaned.
I'm very confused. Now my headache's back on again.
I think it's a bright light headache you're getting.
It's bright light headache. We need to talk about this after school.
No. If you got a headache, one of the worst things you could do is actually look at bright light because it can actually hurt your eyes, which your eyes, is too bright for your brain really to handle. That's why when I get a really bad headache, I go sit in the dark.
Well, this bit's dark. Upstairs they've got light on.
However, if you've got a screen in front of you, it's not dark. And also, if you have a Kindle in front of your hands next to your face, also not. Yeah. Right, could you put that chair underneath that table, please? Right, I'll be back in a moment. I need to go get Tent some medicine, so
or just talk about
I'll
stuff.
be right back.
Chill.
What should I need to move this? Tack. Right. 47%'s not bad though. Right, give me the chair since you never listened to what I said.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to figure out where to put it.
I said under the table.
Yeah, but that's not underneath the table. They're like half on top. That's some drama. Especially Walmart one getting it.
I don't know why they picked Walmart lands unless they were getting money for doing that.
Probably. But also it's a very garbage area. Like, literally, all you do is upbeat or dance and that's it.
Right.
Oh, and just put on sponsored t-shirts so you are a walking advertisement.
Unfortunately, everyone knows who IKEA is.
Oh yeah, there's an entire game on Roblox which is amazing on IKEA. It's called 300,
This one's not doing it.
3008. It's an amazing game. Very good to check out. It's kind of like a horror game though. So if you're scared, do not play it.
No, trust me, I've played scary games.
I know. It's just like source code. Let me tell you. What you build in IKEA, and some of the stuff doesn't even make sense. Like turn it, place it, and then glue on, not fall at all. On like just imagine if you could set up traps like once the IKEA person came, you could just throw it on their heads and they get trapped and tripped to them. That'd be amazing. Or you could literally just kill the IKEA employees.
I'm back. I think one of the best games I've actually played was Bioshock. That was an amazing game. Really amazing story as well. I done it on stream the first time, and then the remastered version came out because of how old the game is. And I done that. I thought I'll go and play Bioshock 2. It looks really good. Played it for about 45 minutes. I was like, nope, this game has not got me at all. Got no interest in playing this. But it's like a 18, I think, and it's a shooting game, like a first-person shooter, like Borderlands a bit. Although I have considered doing a Borderlands run. I actually streamed that. Although I actually have streamed that with Mummy, but I think that might be the test when she gets her new laptop, because that comes this week at some point. And then I'll see what game she wants to play, and if she says anything like that, it would probably be right. Okay. Because I wasn't huge in that community, but I was part of that community. This is so much quicker to clean them now. Probably because the area is getting smaller. It takes more time to prepare it than anything else. I've seen Bioshock 2 played in stream, but the person never finished it. They did enjoy 3. I did actually, I think I got 3 as well. Or it was Bioshock Infinite. Oh, whoops. The problem is though, I don't really want to do that as well, because as much as I've not played Minecraft, I'm actually still a YouTube rank on Opcraft. And I don't think that would be fair if somebody came on and started watching and I was playing like an 18 game. And the thing is, I don't know if you would even watch that, or if Nora would watch that. You know, like the people that like have been here the whole time and haven't just joined because I'm playing Borderlands, and they go, "Oh, you're not playing Borderlands anymore." So, well, I wasn't always playing Borderlands. I was playing something different. Oh man, it keeps doing that. Because I'm also a YouTube rank on another Minecraft server called Famalama as well. Whoops. So obviously I don't want to start doing unless I was like offered, like, you know, I get that on AC. I'm not going to lie, I'm not the type of person to lie. When I stepped down as helper, I actually did ask to go down to Netherite rank, and I was still YouTube rank. I was like, I didn't ask for it, so Okay then. And I was very smart, I kept the transcript. Because that's what you do. Because unfortunately I can be really annoying at times. Just ask Eddie, I'm very annoying. Loves Eddie, he's actually such a massive heart. But the funny thing is I took so much, not pride, it's not the right word for it. Even AF, enjoyed annoying AF at times. But the problem is, I would do it so often when I actually had an actual thing for it, like an actual problem, it was dismissed because I was always being like the Joker. Like, you probably need to do this. Yeah, I'll get to it. Yeah. It's like, no, but for real. Zeri's got so much time for Otcraft, it's amazing. Yeah, actually a bit like that. Check the year. I actually laid out the entire thing that was going to happen with the last mob, the time scale it was going to happen in, when it was going to happen, how it was going to happen, and what was going to happen following it. And it happened exactly to the time frame I said, what was going to happen, when it was going to happen, and everything. Every single bit. And that was the test for me is when I got banned off Otcraft for, I think it was timed out for 15 minutes. And that was it. I knew exactly at that point what was happening, when it was happening, who was involved, and I said the whole thing. And it happened. Not to be the person that said I told you so, because, Mummy and I were there, and would never take that away. That was exactly needed at the time. But unfortunately, I did. And I got absolute hatred from half the community. And yet, afterwards, I was actually asked to go to the other community as well by one or two people, and I said, no, I can't do it. I love every single one of you, but I can't do it. It's not what I'm here for. Because it was all to do with the principles. I couldn't do it. And yet, some players I absolutely really miss, because they were so amazing, amazingly nice people. Like Creeper's Boom, really, really lovely person. He was absolutely astounding with the kids and made time for the kids. And if there was a problem, he would actually investigate it and report back and everything. Absolutely amazing. Even Maxie Dirk, who absolutely despises me, actually like Maxie. Shame he came with that choice though. It was entirely up to him. I actually had so much time for every single one of them. Nether Turtle, I seriously miss though. Absolutely miss Nether Turtle. A couple others, obviously. That's just the way life moves on. But I did everything that happened the way it was going to happen and how it happened. I did call ahead of time. And I got silenced by the people that were there, if you can believe that. Hand on heart, genuinely happened. And the ironic thing is, well, not the ironic thing because it was always going to be that way. Zeddy stepped up and done so much extra work at the time. He was an absolute horse for work. Absolutely amazing. Which has this got to go? This should be the last of this, I'm sure. And then remember getting a job. I got a job and couldn't come online. And I got asked if he was even serious about being a helper anymore. It's like, yeah, I'm just working. I have to put food on the table for the family. If you don't like it, then let me go. Don't care. It's more important right now. But yeah, I did enjoy winding Zeri up. I thought that was hilarious every single time. It was like, what you want, haggis? Well, Zeri, I was wondering. It's going to be dangerous now. What? Yeah, there's only so often you can be the bad guy. And I wasn't being deliberately the bad guy. It was just, I'm literally one of those people that if I tell you the truth and you get upset because I've told you the truth and you never speak to me again, that's just the way it has to go. And it's exactly the same conversation I had with my sister when she told me that my first marriage was not going to make it. If you never speak to me again, I'm fine with that because I've told you the truth. I was like, you know what? I respect that way too much to ever hold a grievance against you. And I never did. Oh, that was a double. 56%. Now I have this monolith to do. And I need to climb up there. The car over there, is that mine? What's that? Well, we'll find out where he went anyway. I actually have to say the gravel actually genuinely looks like gravel. I don't need those. Yeah, the fun and games of Minecraft servers. And yet I went to... the whole time this happened, I was actually playing on... I joined a server called Famalama, which is another very similar style one. And it turns out it's actually all former staff in the same place. True story. And it turns out Sparkle 20 I've actually known for many, many years. I just used to play a different game with her. And it wasn't until I had a chat one day, I was like, Sparkle, did you used to play this game and you were this character? How did you know that? Well, I used to play it too, and I was this character. And she's like, wow. So we met here then? I was like, yep. True story. And one of the other funny ones that happened is there was a lady came in here. I think her name was Panny on Twitch, I think. And she was chatting away. And it turned out, this is like small world stuff. Mummy Haggis used to do stuff for The Sims 2. And it turned out that they actually went to the same website the whole time. And they actually knew each other as well. If they don't get that, not everyone can do Minecraft full time. That's on them. That's exactly right. I just didn't have the time to do it, and it was at the time where I legitimately had this much money, none. And it was like, do you want to work more hours for more money? Sure will. What's the job? You're going to be running 3 sites. Okay, I will do it. And none of my jobs were finished late. They were all finished bang on time, and sometimes, actually most of the time before. Because unfortunately, I'm actually quite good at my job. I'm one of those insufferable people that actually are really good at their job. There's actually a game I've been considering playing on this just for it being hilarious. Would actually be a demolition game, like a proper one. I think that would be hilarious. I think I even played Polybridge at one point as well. And I'm not a structural engineer. I watched the structural engineer guy, or the engineer, civil engineer he was playing that, and he was like, "You're not going to do any well. You're not actually a structural engineer. You're a civil engineer." And he done really well on it. I think that guy's channel is the real the civil engineer or something. And it's hilarious. Actually, I don't know if he even still plays anymore. Yeah, just so you know, the actual channel I watch, which is a Dutch channel, or he's a Dutch streamer or content creator, is actually Decino, and he plays Doom. And I also have considered playing Doom on this as well. I actually did play Doom. I played Doom 2016 as well on stream. Which was actually really good fun. I completed it and went, well, that's me done, and uninstalled it immediately. The terrible thing is, I actually quite like technical games like that. Probably also the memory from games as well. Even with jumping on Bubba's stream earlier on, I told him where you could find a certain set of rare boots in the world naturally. When he went there, I was like, wow, you were right. I was like, yeah, I know. I did kind of help write the wiki on most of the stuff. But I digress. Oh, whoops. Yeah, that would actually be so funny doing like a demolition game. I like it when it's not too difficult. It just feels stupid playing, and it's not. Yeah, I done Dark Souls at one point. The video is actually on YouTube, but not on my actual own channel. It's on my personal channel because I was watching a lot of. There's a German streamer actually. He was playing it, and I was like, "Ah, I fancy playing that," and I got it for very cheap. Turned out why, and that was actually sadistically difficult for no reason. But the difficulty was whenever you died, it was you that made you die, not the game made you die. So you're a bit more forgiven. Oh, whoops. Yeah, that was good fun, that game. Only got to like the third boss or something. I was like, I've had enough. It was too much. It was too difficult for me. Not too difficult. I just didn't want to spend hundreds of hours actually completing a game like that. The effort you put in is not worth the time. Whereas a game like Borderlands, if you get killed all the time, it doesn't matter because you just respawn and everything's the way it was. And it's not like the one life challenges that exist and all that kind of stuff like Baru and Jolt's Dude and all that kind of stuff for Killer 6. Nah, that's not for me. Yeah, that was way too much for me. And yet, I did the first boss without dying. Like, I actually have that under my belt. That happened. And it was at the time, it was no microphone or anything. That's actually how I done Borderlands too. There was no microphone or anything on that. It was just me playing the game. And I think that's actually how I got to my 50 follower just from that game. It was no microphone, no interaction with the community or anything. Just playing it. I might do a Borderlands stream at some point. But I'd also give them a heads up and say, by the way, I'm going to be doing this content, so remove me as a YouTube rank across the servers. Because I think that's fair. If it's way too difficult to get fun out of a game, it was never fun in the first place. Is pretty much the way I look at it. I don't think I ever stream. I don't dare to. Why? It depends on. It depends on. I wouldn't even say your confidence because you're not bound to have a webcam or anything. You don't even need to do that. I know Jedi Master Jones. He was streaming for a while, but he kept getting really bad trolls in his stream. But I think they went to him because he would rise to the bait. So he would get like quite angry back. And I think he's changed his account more times than I ever care to imagine. I think one of his things on it was, if you make fun of me or my autism, I'll quit streaming forever. And they just kept coming back because he's got that as a pinpoint now. And there's actually don't write any of that stuff in mine. Even though I am actually part of that community, I just don't write it because I know that just brings nasty people. And if there is any idiots, I actually ban them outright on the spot. So I've actually got almost a zero tolerance for that type of behaviour. Because everyone's human. I couldn't care less if they've got a bee in their bonnet for something like that. If they're unhappy, why should everyone else wear it? I can actually get this done really quick though. Actually, can I move to white now? No, I can't. I don't quite fancy doing this twice. You look at a autism father. he gets grief like often because his name literally has that in it. But he's got very, very thick skin. He's like, no, make fun of that if you want. I could not care less. And they don't last very long. They actually leave very quickly with him because he doesn't ever raise debate. Plus, I've got stuff like OCD and all that kind of stuff as well. So even the idea that people watch me scares me a lot. The reason why I don't publicly speak. You know, I don't even think I've heard you speak. I've never even seen a video or anything of you speaking or that. The funny thing is, I'm actually a very shy person, if you can believe that. But one of the things on my job is I actually have to publicly speak. But I do it because I find it, I actually find it quite easy to do it. But then my dad is like I'd say a loudmouth, but he's always had to do that anyway. Remember, you don't even need to have your webcam on. You can literally go like that, and nobody would notice. There's no real thing there. You don't have to do it. Somebody like Joltstood, who's a Borderlands streamer and content creator, he doesn't have his webcam on. Killer6 does now though. Baru used to stream with his webcam on playing Borderlands. He doesn't stream with his webcam anymore. Morning After Kill also never used to have his webcam on, but he did a face reveal video. He was like, well, everybody knows me now, so he's always shown my face, and he's never turned his camera off because it'll always give that allure of who's the streamer I'm watching? What do they look like? I'll let the others do stream it. I wouldn't enjoy it. Yeah, you don't have to. If you ever did, you can do. There's no shame in streaming or anything like that. It's like a good hobby. I barely play games unless I've got the camera on. Like most of the time, it's always, well, if I'm playing them as well, streaming and getting some content out of it. Unless when I play like Hypixel or even Roblox with kids, I don't have a camera on them. Good God, this is so big. Is this the last section? It is the last section. I do think Mummy Haggis is going to actually start streaming soon. And she's very much the same. She's not a public speaker. She doesn't like anybody seeing who she is. All that kind of stuff. But I sat the other day and showed her how to set up OBS and everything. And if she wants to, she can. I would never stop her from doing it. She might end up playing more games, which is cool. She can play games that I don't play. That's up to her as well. I'm not a forceful guy. I think that's absolutely silly. I'll probably be streaming Chrono Trigger at some point, which I've not played in about 15 years. And my memory on the game is very, very short and small. But that's not on this. That's not a this year game. That'll probably be a next year game. Because I do have the next game I would like to play. I do need to complete Zelda, that's for sure. That's still not done, and that's a Super Nintendo game. Almost done. Yeah. 67% complete, so there's 33% sitting there. It's all about comfort zones and stuff. I've actually considered even doing the sort of perler beads and all that kind of stuff, because I used to do that. And I've still got a big cupboard full of them under the stairs. Well, I say under the stairs, it's actually the cupboard in the living room or the lounge. I actually might share some of that at some point while I'm done. Grab the pictures and share it up online. How rusted is that? Very rusted. Yeah, it's all about comfort zones. I've got no problem in making a fool of myself, obviously, because I think it's sometimes funny to annoy people like Zeddy and AF and Lady Kath and all that kind of stuff. I think it breaks up what you're doing, and you can get a laugh out of it. So I've got no problem if I ever make a fool of myself in a game. It's just a game. Wow, it's under there as well. And also there's arts and crafts sections on this game as well on Twitch. You can actually watch people like sewing and like face paint and that kind of stuff. That's all there. Bob Ross even has a channel, even though he's been gone for like a couple of decades now. That's cool. The main problem, or the main reason I actually done the Borderlands thing, this is actually the funniest reason I came up with actually doing streaming was, I wonder if anybody would want to watch a player that isn't a professional gamer do it. Because you had your Jolts dude, and you had the Admiral or Baru at the time all doing it, and they had thousands of viewers. I was like, I wonder if anybody would just watch me play it. Because I'd done Skyrim and that kind of stuff. One of the first games I done, and being absolutely terrified of spiders, I didn't keep playing that game because your first boss is a giant spider. I was like, no, thank you. If I wanted that, I would move to Australia. And I started streaming that, and I got a bunch of viewers and a bunch of followers, and eventually ended up with, do you want to become a Twitch affiliate? I was like, no. Why would I want to do that? And I think I sat on the affiliate thing for probably about a year, and it was my Swedish friend Dan said, why don't you just go for it? I mean, you're already streaming, you've already got the audience, why not just make the jump and do it? I did. It's like, that's actually quite fair. And that's what I did. And now Dan doesn't stream anymore. Or he keeps saying he wants to make a comeback, but I keep giving him problems all the time. Like, dude, it's been 2 decades since you said you're going to stream. What's happening? When I actually speak to him quite often, it's like, I'll publicly annoy you. I even told him off for not coming in my stream as well. Like, dude, you said you were going to come in. Where are you? Don't like the games you play. Like, so? And yet I had to jump in his stream on Tibia to actually help him out because he got stuck somewhere. There's a hilarious clip on his channel for that. Hilarious. I knew exactly where I was getting stuck as well. I was like, don't go in there, you're going to get stuck. Beggar got stuck. I told you. Now I've got to find out which world you're on and log in and help you out. I was like, don't be an idiot. You know that. I told you this. Yeah, he played a PvP, a player versus player server, and kept getting stream sniped. And eventually, I think he rage quit like 3 times. Like, I'm done playing that game. And then he'd done the natural thing and went on the Counter Strike. It's like, yep, fair enough. That's so funny though. I'll need to find that clip at some point and share it on. It's so funny. Absolutely hilarious how he done that. Back to the game again. The annoying thing with Steam is you keep seeing people playing games in the bottom corner. So every time I'm like, who's that? Wow, this is a longer level than I remember. Let me check that. That's actually amazing. I think you did it with Mum Intent last time. Yeah, actually, yeah. I was actually, I've had more RAM installed in the computer, so I've actually got 32 gig now, and it's actually not even stuttering now. So the issue must have been the RAM wasn't actually keeping up with the games, and it just kept buffering the whole time. So I'm actually really happy I got that done. Yeah, it's all for fun, like the streaming stuff. I do remember. I remember actually. I tell a lie. I rage quit playing a game called Dead Rising 2, which is an actually hilariously funny, over the top game. It's a zombie game, and it's when you can craft stuff and all that. It's actually a really fun game. Um, and I rage quit on that one when I had a person called John and a lady called Julie when I was playing with it, and I got killed. And I'd rage quit because the last time I saved was about 2 hours before, so I'd lost all that progress. And it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, right, I'm going to the shops. Bye. And I came off everything. Like, I got texts on my phone like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm just really, really annoyed." And like, "Hi, you rage quit." I was like, "Oh yeah, that's true." And that's really the last time, and this is absolutely genuine. If you know anything about Borderlands 2, I actually got on stream a 94 sham, which was like horribly difficult to get, and I was like, "Yes, I've got it. I really got it. I'm a big boy now. I got the drop and all this kind of stuff." And I went to finish up the stream, and OBS crashed and wiped. Actually, wiped the whole thing. It never went as a VOD. It completely was gone forever. And I was like, I I just got a 94 sham. I can't even show anybody that I got it legitimately. And that was, I think I put the streaming down for months after that. Maybe even close to a year. I think it was when I came back to streaming, I had a better PC and everything, or a better laptop. It was heartbreaking. I just got a 94 sham and it didn't work. Many's left. Three, and then we're up to the bits we can reach. Although I do like the contrast in this when you actually get stuff done. Although those lips are going to be really annoying. Yeah, that's the 2 times I can remember rage quitting, and it was those 2 times. Now I'm more just like, I will complete this level. I will do this level. I went like almost stubborn. I will never be beaten. I will get this level complete. I think this is the challenge level. You have to do the whole level with like the not the best equipment you would have. Thank goodness this is virtual water though. I bet I'm missing every single one of them, but it's up top. I bet they're all like up there. I think I am. I do think this is really nice. This actually feels like it'd be a real life place. You know, I actually might look at like Demolition Simulator or something like that, just for fun. I think that'd be hilarious. Imagine Demolition Simulator. This is the last bit I'm done in this floor though. I'm going to save the little statues to the very end because it'll be cherry on the top. I think the last level we actually done, apart from the pyramids, was the golf course, which is actually on this as one of the levels to do. Because a challenge. Mummy was doing all the work and I was trying to play golf. I was like, Mummy, come on, it'd be funny. Egg, you're not even helping. I know, but I'm playing golf, Mummy. There's one on the mist. Another one there. I think I might have to get the ladders. I don't want to, if there's any ladders. An ice cream truck. Oh, no way! Where did it go? I'm going between here. That's it. It's gone forever. Oh. How do I get them in then? Okay. I was going to play Zelda's Link's Awakening, but the problem is I've actually lost the game cartridge, the actual whole thing. I must have given it a loan to somebody and I've no idea where it is now. It could be my niece, nephew, maybe Mark, don't know. I've also not spoken to Mark in a long time either. Let me get away with the white one in here. Nope. It's going to be a green all the way. This is the challenge level, mummy. So I'm actually stuck on this one. I'm doing the challenge levels. And this is an absolute soul destroyer as well. Yeah. Yeah. This level is very ruthless. Gave up on them. Ah, why would you give up on them? You're doing better than me in this game. Now I am the master. And you're the Padawan. Actually, you'll know. Was I using the mouse and keyboard on this, or was it the controller? I like taking my time with the levels, the race aspect. No, it's not the race one, it's the challenge one of do this level with this unit. I've done a few levels, the time ones and the water ones. Was I using the controller or was it the mouse and keyboard? Can you remember? Because I think it was the controller. Because I've switched to the mouse and keyboard now. Huh. I could have sworn I did. This lower arc is working really well. Don't think you did. Does it? I think it does. Is that them both asleep now? Or is Tent still awake? I have to come back to those and get them all from the outside. Little first, Tent fought for ages. Always. We need to figure out what's giving him the headaches as well, because he seems to be getting them a lot more. Do you want me to check now? Do you want me to come up and check just now? He felt so cool, so I think he's okay. Just a bad headache. It could be. He's got new glasses, so it's not that. Hmm. Do you want me to check your temperature just now? Right, okay. Ah, that makes sense. Also, his screen has that as well, he was saying. No, that's what he was saying. Ah, yeah. Ah, right, I get you now. His gnomes are pain. The heating was on the school, and they had wet playtimes. That's actually a good shout. Might need to have a chat with him tomorrow about changing his stuff on. I used to get so heads with that. Yeah, me too, actually. Probably have to have a chat with him about actually changing his clothes as well. Because we did send him the clothes this morning, and I bet they're still there. Aha. The spare trousers were in case he fell and got wet, so not really to change it or sweat anything. Well, that makes sense as well. Whoops. You didn't have a fresh t-shirt. You can pick them up, right? So how do I get in the bowl then? Do I jump in? Oh, you do jump in. So it's like a mega gnome. That would actually make sense as well. I wouldn't be surprised if you were getting the cold as well. And that's what's making you feel rough, because I felt absolutely ridiculously horrible all day today. Uh, yeah, it could be that as well. At least you were feeling better after it though, which is a good thing. Into the pit with sticky, that's good. Is this a new achievement? No, this is the challenge levels. There's 4. You've got locomotive is one of them. But you're very stuck on the equipment you can use. I can hear Tent talking. Yep. Haha. Yeah, I heard them. Oh god, it's a gnome. I think so. It could be that he was also recording as well. So he's probably anxious because he's got the recording to do, or a video to sort for his channel. So I might just well sit further back on this. Let's get a huge amount done with this just by sitting further back. That's it. Let the nozzle do the work. It's quite good though. They actually got to play with the crafted everything though. wouldn't even be surprised if he was up during the night, to be fair. 84% though. Did he? He might have told me, but was nagging at him to get Harry Peggy dressed. Yeah, he was doing a video on Roblox, and it was the big event for something, I don't know, and all the YouTubers were playing it. So he could be really excited that he's done that as well. It's a hard level, a long level, I think. I don't think they quite got the length of the levels right though. I'm actually really glad this is down as rocks and not rock, rock, rock. Let's go pretend to remember he told me. Yep. He's got his video's like 55 minutes long or something as well. He said it's the longest one he's done. So if he does ask, you also know that. I hate this. I hate all these gnomes. I've never touched a single one of them. He's so fiddly and no ladder. That's fine though. Us professionals have got this. Remember, mummy, I was carrying you the whole time we were doing this. Yeah, that's why it was so fast when I joined. With a few times times 10 left me, I ended up having to do his Ferris wheel the other day. I know the pain. Watching these bits. So, there's a question. What are you looking forward to playing when your new computer comes, mummy? Look at that, you had trouble with it. I never, because I'm a professional. I'm not sure I have so many options. Well, we've still got Borderlands, if you wanted to give that another go. Because I think we've got to level 14, I think, which was Sanctuary. Remember getting to Sanctuary. Oh god, I've not done this bit yet. But it's entirely up to you. Wasn't sure if I wanted to stream it. We can start from scratch because I barely remember how to play. Me too. This is so slow with this power washer. No, I'm not done the train. It looks painful. Oh, have fun with that one. But mummy, this is a game I can play in it and still play. Never take that away from me. And yeah, I do actually completely think that they got the level sizing wrong. Here's a bike. Go wash this bike. Go wash this van. Here's a van. Good. Now go wash Pluto. What? My least favourite level of all of them. That's not a good sign. At least we're coming up on 90% now, which is awesomeness. Awesomeness.com. It'd be so funny if this went up on YouTube and actually came up with awesomeness.com, even if that's even a real thing. You have to clean behind the wheel runners with fiddly pistons everywhere. It socks big time. Autocorrect socks. It's fine, I'll get there one day. I've got the mini golf area to do, and I think it's got with the white nozzle, the actual level 1 gun, so that's going to be like 1,000 years. And then I've got the train one, which I don't even know what thing that's with. Mini golf is my favourite. I like the mini golf one. The mini golf one's just exactly the right you'd expect from a mini golf level. But I do think that should have been segmented though. Like you get called to clean the castle, you go away, do bits and bobs, you come back, can you come and clean this? You go away, come back. And it's like, here's a mini golf area. Can you clean the entire district? Can you clean the zip code that it belongs to? What? It's good because there's smaller and larger ones that start at one end and finish at the other. Oh, it's actually got graffiti graph on it now. Look at that. I didn't even know that was a thing. Is that like the ancient Atlantis language? I don't know. No. No, I don't think so. Although, to be fair, I can barely remember that language from that level. Although some of the levels are an absolute slog and real destroyer of time. It's the last one it is, this side. Let's just clear this. I'm actually very tempted to get the Demolition Simulator game because that'd be so funny. But I've never seen it on sale yet. I might have to check like CD keys or something for it. Still think it's like £10 on Steam, and I think that's stupidly expensive for the game. Yeah, still think it's like 10 quid. I think this one was a tenner. Yeah. I can do this. I can, kind of. I can hear noise upstairs again. More than got your money worth if you come back, play for more than 3 or 4 hours. That's actually a fair point. She's snoring. Wow, I can hear that through the floor. I think everybody's getting the cold mummy. I wouldn't be surprised if they all turned out to be grumpy tomorrow. I get the feeling I'm going to fall off this. Oh dear God, they're all got this on them. I had no right to not to fall there. I will never know how that didn't make me fall. It's expected of you. Yeah, I think so as well. Those gnomes, man. Oh, sliding down. I was like, how? I see the bit there. Probably dreaming. Like she's dreaming of star jumps. That's brilliant. I have no idea how that girl can look comfy all the time when she's sleeping. I never look like comfy. I look like somebody's thrown a beanbag on the floor and stood on it, laying there like an absolute burst couch. This is really unforgiving, this part though. That's not very cool. I don't really want to come back up here. Aha! These pesky gnomes. Simba. 92% though. We've got this. It was quite good you can actually duck on the stairs. The Optus warned the temperature will drop to -10 by the end of the week. It's fine though. You're in Scotland, that could also be classified as summer. I see the bits there. -10 is no fun though. If you get the snow forecast, it will be wonderfully icy. Again, that could be a Scottish summer. I think it was this year. I could be wrong with the year though. The year it was actually snowing in summer. Although I can remember a couple of years back hearing thunder and lightning on Christmas Day, and not a single soul in the city actually heard it. They're acting like I'm a crazy person. I'll prove them right. Yeah. I think it may have been before you moved here. We actually had snow in like June. Like, we're going on summer holidays. Are you kidding me? Like 7%, we've got this, we've got this, we've got this. At least we're getting multiple things done at once. Right, it'll just be a little bit around that corner we can't quite get to. A bit like in there or something. Get up there. There's only a little bits I'm missing. I'm going to end up missing half this gnome though. It'll just be the other side of those that are not being done. Come on, 6%. Got this. Forget how long some of these levels are sometimes. Some really nice combos now. Ha! I was worth a whole %. Oh, this is killer. I do kind of do like 10 and more methodical, doing it piece by piece. Yeah, I kind of work around, try to get it all done like that, and I don't mind having to come back because that angle's now complete. Oh, that was horrific. Here's that ladder. That's done there. Strange, I find these little gnomes are more of a pain than the big ones. Oh, you duck and you actually fall clean off. Ooh, that's actually really handy. Okay, I'll take it. probably sneeze and it would clean that gnome. I wouldn't be surprised if Little was actually dreaming about cats. So what's left now? Lower basin edge. What's that even mean? Is that one there? Oh, I see it now. Four. Oh. Wow, okay. Will probably be the most minuscule amount that's left. Is the other one? So probably the same thing. Yeah, it is. What's I'm missing? Outer gnomes. I'm only missing the outer gnomes now. Actually, I have to say that was a really good clean. Probably she read Oi Cat. Ha. Actually, I have to say, I done really well on this one because I only missed like 2 things. And you have a cheat to say it. You're methodical. Oh, the actually see inside the walls. That's I'd say an Easter egg. It's not overly an Easter egg. Actually took the time to do that. Mad props. You're methodical but across several bits at once. I'll focus on one bit, then next instead of on multiple. I'm multitasking over many things. Well, they've all got different poses, that's quite cool. For some reason, I either use the green one, I always use yellow and red. I like it, it gives it a good sort of mid instead of having to swap all the time. It annoys me when it's like red, yellow, green, red, yellow. It's like, I find this one is about the best average. I'm heading to bed. Good night, both of you. No worries, Rose. I'll be in 3%. This will be done. So thanks for watching, Rose, and I hope you get a good night's sleep because I'm definitely going to get a good night's sleep after this. It's actually beyond relaxing. It's very tiring. See you, Rose. Have a good night. Wow, that's actually went on for ages. This level. How long have I been on? Actually, 3 hours. I didn't want to start too early because I wanted Tent to get his recording done, and then he was actually really good on it. He was really wasn't quiet, wasn't loud, wasn't fighting or anything like that. It was only maybe in about the last 10 minutes he was like that. He was like, "This event's garbage. I'm logging off." There's been a couple he looked forward to. They haven't been good. Yeah, he didn't like that event. Actually, hated it. He pretty much said they're just trying to sell out. It's all to do with IKEA. I was like, okay. I was like, if you got money from IKEA, would you do it? No, because it's not the part of what Roblox is about. So, oh well, touche. It's just dirty in there. And these are the last two. Yes. Cool. That's the special levels. Okay, I'm not done the locomotive. Yeah, it should say, this should stay in here. Because I done the Mars rover first, and then I went and done this one. That's annoying. But hey ho. Right, that's me. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for watching. That was fun. Took a while, but we got there in the end. Thanks for watching. Hope you had fun, and I'll catch you next time. See you later. Bye.